The Phillies 4-game series against the Marlins comes to an end tonight. They do have a chance to win 3 out of the 4 games against the Marlins if they come through with a victory tonight after their 4-2 victory yesterday. We're going to talk about all that. I'm going to give you 3 player props for tonight's game as well. 2 home runs, 1 strikeout prop. But before we get into any of that, we do have to do a recap of how yesterday specifically went for us, which was not great. Kyle Schwarber, Max Kepler, neither of them hit home runs yesterday. Pretty frustrating day. Schwarber had 3 hard hits, 2 of them 100+ miles an hour, were both put in the air, just got a little bit too much under it. So the launch angle was never really close to be a home run. And then Max Kepler was walked a couple times, didn't really do much at the plate. But the Phillies got the win. Ranger Suarez was awesome. Bryson Stott hit a 3-run home run. Let's hope the Phillies can come through, win tonight, win 3 out of 4 against the Marlins. And let's hope we can get some predictions correct as well. The first play that we're going to lock in here, we got to start things off with the home run. Nick Castellanos, he is best offered at plus 750 odds at BetMGM. Go to BetMGM, use promo code CROSSING to sign up. Get started on your sports betting journey with BetMGM. And I really like Nick Castellanos tonight. Now, I will admit it was tempting to go right back to Kyle Schwarber, but he continued to hit the ball hard yesterday, but we needed a break. It just felt like the healthy thing to do to not take Kyle Schwarber again tonight, which probably means that Schwarber's going to hit a home run. But luckily for us, there were 2 other batters on the Phillies that had 3 hard hits yesterday. One of them, Nick Castellanos. He got benched the day before, came back yesterday, hit the ball really, really well. He had 2 of the 4 hardest hits of the entire game. Yesterday, did Nick Castellanos. We're looking at exit velocity here. He had a single that was 106 miles per hour off the bat, and he had a double that was 104 miles per hour off the bat, and that double traveled 403 feet. If you can hit a ball 400 feet, you can hit a home run. Now, unfortunately, the Marlins stadium have those super wide, large outfields. So it was only, and it was hit to center field, I should say. So that only would have been a home run in 10 of 30 stadiums. That's tough luck for Nick Castellanos, but it does make a great batter to continue to back. Now, Edward Cabrera is pitching for the Marlins. He's a good pitcher. He's been relatively good this year, and he's been excellent recently. But he's got 2 home run pitches specifically against right-handed hitters. It's the sinker and it's the curveball. Kind of an interesting pitch mix for Edward Cabrera. He's only allowed 4 home runs to righties on the year, but 2 home runs each off of that pitch mix. So all 4 home runs have been hit off of the sinker and the curveball, 2 each. And you look at Nick Castellanos, he's got decent numbers against that pitch mix from right-handed pitching. 13% barrel rate over the last month, which is not amazing, but it's not terrible. And we're getting plus 750 odds. That's something to keep in mind here. The odds are pretty juicy. So play number 1 is Nick Castellanos to hit a home run. Next up, we're going to go with Alec Bohm. Take him to hit a home run, plus 875 odds at BetMGM. I mentioned that 3 total batters had 3 hard hits for the Phillies yesterday. Schwarber was 1, Castellanos was the other. Guess what? The third one, that would be Alec Bohm. Just continues a red-hot stretch for Bohm at the plate. He's just been awesome recently. I mean, he was terrible at the beginning of the year, so he definitely needed it. And Bohm, very similar to Castellanos, had some lucky non-home run at-bats. Bohm had a double that traveled 395 feet. It was pulled a little bit more than Castellanos' double. So Bohm's would have been a home run in 7 of 30 stadiums. Now, Bohm also had the hardest hit of the game yesterday. He had a single 107.8 miles per hour off the bat. Now, that single did not have the necessary launch angle, so it was never a real home run threat. But we're just looking for guys that are hitting the baseball hard, which Bohm is. Bohm is also similar to Castellanos in that he's got great numbers against the 2 pitches from Edward Cabrera. Actually, even better for Bohm than Castellanos, especially the sinker, which is the pitch that he's going to see the most. On the entire year, Bohm has the best barrel rate on the Phillies at 12.5% and the best hard hit rate on the Phillies as well at 59.46%. Technically, Johan Rojas has a better hard hit rate against sinkers from righties, but a tiny sample size, so it doesn't really count. And Bohm also hits the curveball well. Over the last month, 57% hard hit rate from curveballs from righties, and the fly ball rate is a respectable just under 30%, 28.57%. So the 2 pitches that could be home runs off of Edward Cabrera are 2 pitches that Bohm hits well and among the best on the Phillies. And for plus 875, absolutely worth a sprinkle. And then our third and final pick of the video, we're heading to the strikeout market, as I mentioned, and we're going with Cristopher Sanchez, but we're taking him to go under 5.5 strikeouts. Best offer, BetMGM minus 130 odds. Along with the 2 home run plays, we had to add a strikeout prop as well. That way we can just kind of mitigate the home run losses because those are going to be very hit or miss. And I really like this strikeout prop under for Cristopher Sanchez. Now, unfortunately, it is an under, but it's also the way to go. The reason is because the projected lineup for the Marlins features literally all right-handed batters. All 9 batters for the Marlins. One of them is a switch hitter, so he's going to be batting righty against the lefty. And as good as Sanchez is, and as good as he has been this year, he does not strike out as many right-handed batters as he does left-handed batters. And to go even further than that, this Marlins lineup has generally, and I say generally for an important reason, generally done a good job not striking out against lefties recently. Now, yes, they did strike out 8 times against Ranger Suarez. That is somewhat of an outlier. If you look at the last 30 days for the Marlins, only 2 batters have a strikeout rate that would be considered a high strikeout rate, and that is 25% and above. Only 2 batters have a strikeout rate 25% and above. And then only 1 additional batter has a strikeout rate that would be considered above average, which is between 20 and 25%. That's 3 batters. Another way of phrasing this is that 6 of the 9 batters have a strikeout rate that is below average, 20% and below against lefties over the last month. That is not a lot of guys that are going to strike out, especially 6 times for Cristopher Sanchez. And then you look at Cristopher Sanchez, strikeout rate 21% against righties over the last 30 days. Against lefties, all the way up to 30%. So, Sanchez could still pitch a good game overall, but I do think his strikeouts are going to be slightly down. And the under 5.5, I don't love the odds at -130, but I think it's a good look. And that's all we got. 3 plays for you guys to lock in. Just remember to unit size down on your home run predictions and then a little bit more on the strikeouts because those are obviously safer. But we're looking at Nick Castellanos to hit a home run plus 750 BetMGM. We're looking at Alec Bohm to hit a home run plus 875 BetMGM. And then Cristopher Sanchez under 5.5 strikeouts -130 BetMGM. That's all we got. I appreciate everybody for watching. Again, make sure to go to BetMGM, use promo code CROSSING to sign up, get started on your journey. For this YouTube channel, would appreciate it if you could like the video, comment, and subscribe. As always, make sure to bet responsibly and have a good one. Must be 21 or older in participating states. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See terms and conditions in the description of the video.